Former prison officer Vanessa Frake-Harris and ex-prisoner Nequela Whittaker weighed in on the debate during Tuesday's Good Morning Britain. The guests, who had opposing views on whether shouting at prisoners was okay, discussed their thoughts with the ITV hosts. However, many viewers felt the debate was a case of wokeness. Vanessa, who had worked in the prison service for 30 years, explained sometimes the only way to get orders across to inmates is to shout at them. She admitted that she never once went to work thinking she was going to shout at a prisoner. The former prison officer said prisons are a noisy place. As she explained, there are times where you have to raise your voice to call prisoners down to go to visits. She later went on to add, prison officers are taught to treat prisoners with respect and decency. Whereas, Nequela claimed shouting at prisoners is not reform and not best practice. She went on to explain there were other ways for prison officers to discipline inmates. There's having a conversation or raising your voice to a standable tone, she began. There's shouting so you're repressing someone's voice to where they're not feeling able to have that trust within the prison system. So there's discipline and there's ways of disciplining and challenging prisoners, she added. Nequela went on to tell the hosts that she feels it's not the best practice to be shouting at prisoners. It's not appropriate to shout, the former prisoner insisted. I don't feel it is because you're not getting the best out of that person when you're shouting at that person when they're going through trauma. They're already going through a traumatic experience, then they're in a place where they're looking at these people to confide in. The segment sparked a huge reaction from viewers, and many took to social media branding the interview as woke. Richard Jones fumed. No shouting at prisoners in prison. #CK off woke UK. Enough is enough FFS. Dario CJ said, woke prison. Prisoners are having a traumatic experience, let's not worry them. While Steve went on to add, perfect example of woke idiots, don't shout at a prisoner, absolutely mental #GMB.